Hey, second grade musicians, back for some more exciting stuff. We just finished looking at rhythm. I want to take a minute to look at some note durations. So, what we're looking at here is a whole note, also known as semibreve. Whole note in American English or semibreve in British English is a note type that has the longest note duration. Generally, if you're in a 4/4 time, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, or whole note, hold it. Okay? The next duration or length that we see in music is a half note or a minim, as they see in Britain. Okay? So the half note or the minim has a half the duration of a whole note. So it would take two half notes to make a whole note. Like think about like we talked about one time about a pie. If you cut that pie in half, you have a half note, okay, or a half a pie, or a minim, as they say in jolly old England. All right, so two half notes equal the duration of a whole note, as you can see right here. Again, let me point out the half note, two beats, half note, two beats can equal a whole note, four beats. Then there is the quarter note or the crotchet, as they say in England. Quarter note, it is 1/4 of the duration of a whole note. So two quarter notes have the same time as a half note. So quarter note plus a quarter note equal half note. If you added those three notes together, you would have a whole note. Or you could go 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, that equals the same thing as a whole note. Then we have the eighth note or the quaver, as in the past couple of weeks, you and I have had a chance to hang out with quaver. And you remember Cueva's Marvelous World. Anyway, eighth note English or the quaver, British English, is the half of a quarter note. It has a flag that comes off of it, as you can see there. So you got your note head, you got your stem, and then you got a flag that hangs off of it. 2/8 equal the duration of a quarter note. Eighth notes again are played for 1/8 of a duration of a whole note. So, and it would take 8 of them to make a whole note. And 2/8 those joined together, of course, will look like that. You've probably seen that in music before. If you haven't, you're seeing it now. If any of you are taking piano lessons, you've probably seen this before. Then I'm only going to take it right now to semiquavers. The 16th note in American English, or the semiquaver in the British, has, of course, two flags to it with the note head, the stem, and the two flags. 2/16 have the same amount, of course, as an eighth note. And if you take 4/16 and add those together, then you've got a quarter note. So if you look at the entire like pyramid or the chart, you've got the whole note, two halves. All these are equaling up to the whole note, of course. Two halves, 4, 4/4, 4, 8/8, 4, and then 16/16, again equaling a whole note or 4 beats. So I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll talk more about that. And I've got a fun little Quizlet thing for you to try out, and that'll be next.